Welcome back, everyone. Map 3, deciding map between Flipside and Virtus.pro. And we did say the key to getting to map 3 would be on Cobble for Flipside, but
it was close.
It turns out we're right, but man, oh man, were we ever wrong, because we did not see that coming on Nuke.
Yeah, great play from Flipside there. I felt like they were on the driver's seat for the most of it. But this Virtus found the keys in the last possible moment, to be honest with you, to then force it onto an overtime and, yeah, just taking it on overtime. Even though they only got one round on T on overtime, they still managed to hold the fourth and take all 5 as CT.
And an important stat was just shown on the screen. 1 double penetration last game. Hopefully we'll see another. It's always nice to see those collaterals come out. And that one was a round-changing collateral as well. So now we go on to Inferno. Again, we talk about how it's T-side, T-side, T-side for Flipside. And that's going to be the case. Again, VP need to hold strong. And again, you mentioned Pasha having to be excellent with the op early on. I don't think it matters quite. Obviously, yes, you want to start your team. I don't think it matters quite as much on this map. It's been played so many times. Both teams know what's asked of them no matter where they start.
Yeah, Inferno is a map where we see a lot of 11-4s and 10-5s, but at the same time, I think a lot of teams have been starting to pick up on how to really do good executions on the T side. This has been a map where before actually we saw teams getting a lot of rounds on the T side, but then the CTs again learned how to make it hard for the Ts. I think a lot of the action is going to be on Banana once again. Dictating that Banana area is going to be really important, just because that allows you to run a lot of different kind of strategies once you have that Banana control. And I think that's going to be one of the keys once again here.
And so there's our highlight. It goes back to Snacks. We highlighted him on the first map as well, and he came through for us. He's going to have to do it again. He's been excellent with the op, interestingly, tonight when he picks it up. He's actually been more of an impact when he gets that gun out, and of course it's usually a second op when he has it.
Yeah, and it's fun to see the teams have not really been rattled about the fact that we've sort of had an AWP nerf recently. The teams are still picking up the secondary op as well. And here we have Simple. He's been a fundamental part of Flipside, and he's always going to be. He is a monster on his own, and once again, he's one of these players, especially on Inferno. He just keeps running around both sides. Be it CT or T, he's going to be one in Banana, he's going to be up in the middle, he's going to be on apartments, he's going to be all around the map just causing havoc, and it's going to be a lot on his shoulders once again for Flipside to come on top on this map.
Big time, big time. And again, it was him that we also highlighted on Cobble for Flipside, and he came out big. He had some easy, I won't say easy, but excellent, that's the word I'm looking for, double kills on entries, counter entries for the CT side. And he's so good. He's so good on his entries. And, of course, he is your double opper with World Edit when they pull those out. We'll see if they go to them or not on Inferno. But we're going to get the knife underway. We'll find out who's going to start on which side. Do I go Korean again? I don't think I want to this time. Let's not ruin it.
Go for it.
Oh, come on. Let's see what chat says. I'm waiting for it, chat. Do we want Korean? Do we want the lovely auctioneer? I see no answer. There's a delay. Come on, chat delay. Don't let me down. No one's even saying anything. Tell you what, I'm just going to take the benefit of that. We'll go for it as soon as they get underway. Of course, they'll stack it up in mid to start it out. But here it is. Knife's underway. They're going to come back in from both sides. Already 2 going out for VP. Make it 3. Neo's going to come back into side. Simple goes back into live Bondic. And already it goes the way of Virtus.pro. Swinging the wings and getting the knives out in their way. And 1-0. For them, just kidding, doesn't count as a scoreline, just gives them the counter-terrorist side. And are they going to call swap or stay? I haven't seen what the call is actually going to be. I'm never doing that knife round thing again. That's not becoming a habit.
I think VP opted to go on CT.
Snacks, the mastermind of knife. I didn't see if the call, but I imagine it will be CT. So they'll start out in on the favored side. Warm-up first side, Virtus.pro CT. There we see it is there. So yeah, that is confirmed. Now it comes down to them. I mean, does Pasha get aggressive with the op early on, or do they hold station and play passive? He has been strong with it, especially in the back half of Nuke, and that might ride into this game with momentum.
Definitely, and I think a lot of it is up to him. He likes to play that top mid really aggressively on CT. Is he going to be able to do that? How is Flipside going to play their strategies? Are they going to be smoking up middle quickly, or what is their approach to it? But I think, like I said, Banana here is going to be the key for success. Taking control of it for the CTs, just as well for the Ts, is going to give a lot of map control. And what kind of approach are we going to see? I think that's one of the fundamental parts of this map right here.
And yeah, again, they need to get the strong start. Both pistols went CT side. They were actually split. VP finally got a pistol on Nuke, but it was double pistol for Flipside on Cobblestone. That might have been the difference. But we'll see how it goes here. We'll see how the start actually rides out for them.
Again, early aggression from Virtus.pro.
And Pasha's at bench. He's already pushed down. And he's already going to spot up Markelov. He responds. He's got the Tech 9, though. Bialy's dropped to 19, and Taz has already fallen. They know exactly where Pasha is. He's now in a really, really tight position. In fact, Blade comes around the corner. So Flipside, because he didn't get that early kill, get the advantage. But look at World Edit. Backside catching out Bialy. Snacks, meanwhile, does go through the apartments and catches off one of the players. I didn't quite catch who that was. Regardless, it brings them back into a one-man situation only for VP. And Snacks has 6 HP, but Neo's going to do the work to bring it back to 2-on-2. World Edit to drop down. Bondix on 58. That's the only saving grace right now for Virtus.pro because, like I say, they're very low HP on Snacks, 106 combined. Bomb does go down on B. Neo's already there. Snacks trying to come around. That smoke's out. That actually works in his advantage right now because with 6 HP, that's an easy shot to collect him when he rotates around. And now Neo can distract them and try and allow him to come in from the front side. And Blade's inside Emo. They need to pinch on him quickly. Bondix watching the cross. Neo's already in there, but he's getting tagged up. He hasn't hit Blade just yet, and that's going to make it easy once he drops in because Bondic will catch Snacks on the way over, and Flipside will get the pistol.
Yeah, the important factor there, even though Neo got that kill on top of middle, that gave the information for Flipside that B is going to be empty because they knew that Neo was the player who was playing there. So that rotation to B, getting the bomb down, and just the fact that Neo's teammate, whoever it was that was with him, with only 6 HP left, made it a very hard retake for them. And Flipside taking that over, always important pistol round. Virtus.pro, though, they're going for the early second run by. See how that works out for them. They're pushing early 3 Banana. They really want to get that control of Banana, and they take half of Banana under control at least.
Well, the mid-smoke, that's right. And we highlighted that last night. I mean, it's a thing for every team to play. Unless you're Nip and you just like to be complete monsters at the choke point at the top. So Neo behind that smoke.
Just slowly progressing here. It's just Flipside really just trying to read the defense at this point.
Simple does catch Taz, though. That opens it up. Pasha goes back, though. Does catch one with the pistol. Simple's going to respond. Make it 2 down for him as he catches out on Bialy, as well as Pasha on that trade. So Snacks tries to come back around bottom side of mid. Smokes out. Snacks pushes through. Does get the first shot on Blade. Jumping headshot with the CZ. Pistol movement, but already answered. World Edit finds the call on him, and now it's going to be 1 versus 3 post plant for Neo. Likely just look for these exits.
Yeah, not a lot for him to do, really. He's just probably... The best thing for him would be picking up a weapon here. Which he already has, actually.
So Markelov gets it, and that's money for him with that SMG.
That's all she wrote for him.
Great
That
shots.
force buy didn't really work out for Virtus.pro the way they wanted to. But, yeah, well, they got the money out of Flipside's bank. Full rebuy for Flipside, obviously, coming up here. They're going to be... Just going to be some MAC-10s. Together with some AKs. And Virtus here on a full eco round, rather.
So full eco, as you say, and that means we'll have to wait at least one more before they do get the guns out. The question is, will they have enough to go glass cannon on to Pash? He's at 2,600 now, so they should be able to do it. As Blade tries to come back around and support Markelov again, though. This MAC-10 just fires away. Why stop? Walk in, catch Taz. He's already down and out of this round. As World Edit waits at the bottom side of Banana. Bondix in mid just firing away with this AK toward that smoke, but Simple's already in Boiler. Bialy's waiting inside the apartments. He gets caught now as well, and in fact, a little bit of head damage onto him. No armor, but from that distance, the SMG can't do the damage all the way to the full effect, so he gets away with 14. That still leaves him on the map, and he could still be a nuisance inside this pit if they choose to go A, but they're falling off of it. Pasha's going to get caught trying to rotate across the top of mid, And Markelov may commit to this. He may decide just to push through A and see exactly what they're up to. He's already made the money back for that SMG. And he may want to discover that it's only Bialy there on low HP because Neo and Snacks are both on B. And they won't have a read because Markelov hasn't gone through. So Blade makes the entrance, gets caught. Neo with the first kill. World Edit does respond, but this already gives one kill back the way of Virtus.pro. Luckily, World Edit also gets Snacks, and Bialy's going to drop. Caught off by Markelov. Little late getting into A, like I mentioned. If he was there sooner, he would have had a better read, but nonetheless, they get the third round, and we will see guns come out on Virtus.pro's side.
A very similar approach from Flipside there, as we saw in Cobblestone, actually, where they take the execution to like all the way to the limit with like 25 seconds left. They make it seem like they're committing to one of the sides, but they actually just rotate all the way back to the other side, and it worked once again. Here we go, the first weapon round here. Fourth round of the third map. And yeah, we're just really ready to pick it up. They have started with early aggression here in Banana. And Flipside is not contesting that at this point.
Simple pushing through this smoke, though, on the back of a flash from a teammate. Gets one. Only Taz. No one to follow in his footsteps, so they can't trade out on Bialy. And he gets a double as a response to it, excuse me, as Bondic does eventually get him, but that gives the man advantage to VP. That's been equalized since, and now it's on to 3-on-3. Nades going everywhere, but bomb does go down. That's crucial right now for Flipside because first gun round on the back of 3 pistols could make this an awesome start for them. And their T side will be everything on Inferno. Bondic's going to flash away. Post-plant positioning is good. Neo blinded, can't come through. Snacks and Pasha have to work together. They have smoked off the pit. This allows them to round the corner and try and get it on Bondic, but he spams away. 2 huge kills for him and a great recoil control. Neo low HP. He's got nothing he can do here. He has to fall off, or does he? Does at least get one on Bondic, but time's expiring. And Blade, exit shot goes his way, and already 4 now for Flipside. And VP, that force by second round also means they can't sustain economy. They go back to a save, and this is a miracle start. This is a dream run right now for Flipside early on.
Definitely. 4-0 up here. T-side on Inferno is well, not unheard of, but it's an amazing start for them. And just a nice execution from Flipside there. Popped up simple up in middle with those flashes, and he got the trade kill. That was more than enough because that meant that his teammates were just running up from the apartments and got the secondary kill and the third kill, and yeah, that was it pretty much. Bomb down, run for Flipside, 4-0.
The big thing was they couldn't hold off the backside of pit. Bialy did get that double. It looked like they would have the advantage on the hold because they couldn't find the trade, but they get the later kills. Now look at them swarm in on top of these apartments, and Markelov just runs in, firing away with that MAC-10 yet again. Leaves us with just Neo and Taz. 3 letters, gonna need 5 kills. And it's gonna be all on Neo now, and he drops as well. Simple gets the AK headshot. Bondic before that. 5-0 T-side. Virtus.pro making their life a lot harder, it has to be said. This time they do have 5,800 on Pasha, so there's the op-out.
Yeah, the Flipside so far hasn't really needed that banana control whatsoever that we were talking about pre-match. They've just taken the contest up middle very early on, actually, and it's been working out well for them so far. Let's see how this game progresses now. Again, we have a very deep smoke from the CTs, but still we have Flipside contesting that banana. First battle in banana is about to take place.
Markelov again already over toward the apartments. Simple trying to get some shots in toward Boiler. It's Taz that's back toward the pit. Bialy up underneath the atrium. Snacks is on Arch side. Falling off of it though. He wants to actually support closer onto the A site, so he'll give up that side of mid. There's no read on that yet though, but Simple and Markelov have found their way inside the apartments. Simple bails out of it though. They're falling off it. They want to go toward B, and there's your opening pick there. World Edit finds Pasha. This gives them room to work with. That mid smoke does come out, so Neil buys himself some time. He's still pushed up towards sandbags. He's going to have to nail the shots the second they come around the corner.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for Pasha. The timing for him just wasn't right there.
And Markelov again is going to be the one that tries to sell this A. He needs to keep Snacks in place, but Snacks is already falling off again. He's actually fading towards CT spawn, so he'll be in the quick rotation spot. Blade needs to go now. Counter flash from Neo will buy him about another 3 or 4 seconds, but that's it, because here they come. Neo gets the first. Blade does go down. He's going to pop out for more with this M4, but the flash catches both of them. It catches not only the entry, but also on Neo, so he falls into the site. Snacks has arrived, though, and he will fire through this smoke. Bomb's already down, and the 2 of them will make an excellent hold on the B site. It's all Markelov that's left. And this round could have gone Flipside's way had Snacks not been completely wise to this. And he gets there to bail out his friend, and now it's all going to be VP to close it out. No time left. Markelov will keep this AK. He can't die after the round. He needs to be careful not to peek, but no less he'd keep it. It's going to be 5-1.
Yep, that Molotov from Neo really just was the final nail to the coffin, to be honest with you. That gave the time for Snacks to rotate to B, and there was no time for Flipside to make a rotation all the way back to A. They had like maybe 15 seconds left on the round, so just a nice play from Neo there. And Flipside, if they spend so much time on the round, that's going to be a problem, because that just means that if there's going to be a late Molotov for the CTs, it's going to be really tough for them to for Flipside to enter a bomb site.
So Simple again wants to get aggressive early on toward Boiler. Nades himself in. Markelov's going to go up and try and support him from the stairway. Flashes out. We'll see if they peek around the corner. He actually checks on the apartment side. Didn't check the bottom of the stairwell. He'd already covered that angle, or at least was confident in the way he covered that angle. But World Edit opens it up. That's Snacks to drop. So T-side not paying dividends early. One-man advantage. Neo alone yet again. Pasha's going to be the one on Art's side, so it's his job this round to be the one that rotates quickly. But they're still grouping on A. They still want to try and push forward. Smokes will delay, and they'll reconsider. World Edit's going to go back toward Banana. He wants to try and get this pick on Neo as well. They're actually...
Yep. Seems the action is actually going to be towards... Yeah, they're going to be pushing towards possibly B here, and that's going to leave Neo all on his own because there's a fake going for towards A by Bondic and Blade at this point.
Bondic's actually already wrapped to the arch side. Pasha knows he's there. He's heard him. But if he can catch Pasha... Oh, he's not going to. Pasha's already got the angle, and Bondic looked away. So if he could have caught him there, if he could have caught Pasha, they could have wrapped on both sides of the site. But Neo's going to be the one they're holding. Pasha's falling back to support him, but they've already found him. They've already got Bialy on the A side as well. That's one less rotator on the retake. So Pasha's got to be massive, and he comes through the smoke to try and get the player. Simple catches him. It's all left to Taz. And something tells me this M-Fire is far too precious for Taz.
Yeah. He's better off saving, that's for sure. Again, Flipside really playing it all the way down to the last 10 seconds. Make it work. But the smallest of errors could be costly for them. That's the thing when you're playing as slow as they are right now. The big issue is if you make a small mistake, it's going to cost you the whole round. But they're just making it work so far. For sure. And Virtus.pro is going to be in a bit of trouble, though. They're going to be fine with one save. They may be going for a 4 save, and that wouldn't totally surprise me. But the smart move at this point would probably be just to save and have Taz along with that weapon, and then go and try and grind that A7. But nope, they seem to be going for that force buy. They feel like enough is enough.
Well, they've already given up 6 rounds right now to Flipside.
Stacks for the auto shotgun, interestingly.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see where he plays it. That's the big thing. He does go to B, so he'll hold up close. In fact, I think they've just boosted him. They have. He's up above. Neo puts him on his shoulders. Says, I got you, buddy. You go ahead. You get up there. You stand strong. He's going to have to be super strong. Smoke's already out to delay. But there are 2 players waiting on the backside of it. Bomb's way down toward the T-spawn. World Edit's waiting for the call. He'll go back and be the one to get it. But again, 6 rounds T-side. This is huge for Flipside. I mean, they've been the ones that have been controlling every game. It was VP that made the comeback on Nuke. Cobble, sure, you can call it a bit of a comeback for Flipside, but they did the work on T-side, so it was a bit of expected that they would do it on the defense. And now they're controlling Inferno already.
And again, Flipside is spending a lot of time without actually doing any kind of move.
Oh, and Neo, they flashed him through. Blade thought he was cleverly waiting in the corner, but Neo checks it off as he looks back to fall. And he does get the kill. They've got to get Snacks back up there. They do. It's a little bit late, but he still gets the first kill with the shotgun. Pasha's going to also find Markelov. That's with an M4, but they don't. Why? Why does Neo fall? If he stays close, he can at least support Snacks or go for the trade. Instead, Snacks has already countered. Obviously, they're going to check that spot after he gets 1 kill. And now this opens up B site. Fortunately, they've done the job elsewhere, and it means Simple's all that's left. Pasha's quick to it. And the force buy does pay off, 6-2.
Yeah, the early pick off they got, pop flashing Neo and Banana, important, really important. At the same time as Snacks getting that kill with the auto shotgun, but then in the end, Neo just played the clock, got the first pick, and then played the clock, and that helped the rotation to come in, and even got one of the kills. And yeah, that force buy paid off in the end for Virtus.pro, and they're back on the map on this map.
it's been very passive on the B site, that's for sure. Again, a car smoke, a high smoke right now for Virtus.pro, and passive positioning as Neo just now goes out to check the corner. Snacks is ready for the crossfire on CT. That nade's going to bounce down, does do excellent damage on to Blade. Down to 48 for him, and that's with armor, so that's almost max damage. As Markelov holds, and now they'll come in. They want to go to A this time, but they're already getting caught. Virtus.pro, Bialy with 2. Huge plays from him again. That's the second time he's had a double, but he gets traded out. Markelov finds him. Pasha gets 1, and then he drops. And this is a similar situation to how they took A before, because Bialy found 2 in that round as well. This time it's Taz, though. There's your difference, and he'll hold from balcony. Bomb dropped. World Edit follows up, and it's going to be half the difference now. On to 3 for VP.
Yeah, this time Flipside wasn't able to flash the defense of VP up in middle, and that made a huge difference there. They were able to pick the attack apart, and Taz just picked up the leftovers from balcony, as we can see here in the replay. And yeah, that's going to force Flipside on an eco, actually. So Virtus.pro putting up a bit of a clinic here on the CT, and that's pretty much what you need to do as well, as Pasha gets the first pick as well.
There it is. That's the op we need to see. They can't afford to give up anymore. So they gives them the man advantage. Simple drops as well, and Pasha, again, another quick peek. That was up close, so even though it's a pistol, that could have been lethal against Pasha. He does go down to 5, in fact, because they did knock him in the head armor, but that's the only damage they're going to do.
Yeah, clean anti-eco. That's what Virtus needs at this point as well. They need to start building the bank, and it's a good way to start when you're not dropping a single player in a round. Stringing together some rounds, that's going to be key here for Virtus. Definitely, you're looking at a 4-0 scoreline. Well, Flipside on the T side of Inferno, 9-6. That's the least you really want to have a CT under Inferno, that's for sure. So this is the point where the pressure's on Virtus.pro, and they need to show up.
And a little bit more aggression inside the apartments from the CT side this time. Bialy found himself away into the bedroom, but already caught off. Pasha's there. Bialy tries to come out. There's 3 on the stairway. They had no idea there was that many. So Bialy drops. A is wide open. Taz is front side mid. He has to get through this smoke. He's not going to. He's going to fall off the backside. He may try to get inside apartments. No, now he'll reconsider. Snacks all alone close to the site. Wants to get this bomb planter. World Edit's already caught him off. And now it's all Flipside right now. Bialy going down, opened up everything. Neo at least will catch off on Blade. They've got it down to only 3 men. Still holding on to this post plant, but they're going to hold the guns. They want to run away, and unfortunately, they get annihilated at the A site. That aggression could have worked.
Yeah, definitely. It was the right call, actually. Like, having Flipside have 3 players just come up on apps, have Bialy being a bit more patient with what he was doing, it could have been massively different.
But how often do you see 3 players go into apartments as well? I mean, that's a curveball from Flipside, and it pays off because usually you'll get 1 to at least jump into toward Boiler. You might put 2 in apartments tops, but they completely caught Bialy off guard. He thought there was 1 because only 1 took. It was a 1-tap onto Pasha. So he thought, all right, that's 1 guy. Nope. There was a lot more than that.
Plenty more, for sure. And that's going to put the match into a 4-7. Flips that up on T side, and pressure's on Virtus.pro still. They still get a good, a full buy here since they didn't lose a single player in that anti-eco. That's going to help them out. We're going to see more aggression here in Banana as well, but that hasn't really rattled Flipside so far at all. The Banana play seems like they're just fine with it, and they like to run the clock down to the very last seconds anyway. So having those smokes down there is not gonna affect their playing style so far.
Again, a little bit of aggression this time from the T's inside apartments. The CT's perhaps discouraged after the last round. They won't put anyone directly inside. Taz will be in the pit. He'll be the first to see them if they want to try and open the floodgates from that entry point. But Bondik's still stacked in Boiler. Taz is actually going to switch it off, so he'll trade spots with Bialy. He'll play inside the site. This does give up the truck side if they want to try and push around the corner. But Pasha's already rotated over, has his snacks, and he's inside the site as well. VP think this is going to be a full A push. 40 seconds left, though. Bomb's going to get dropped top alt mid. They're still trying to get a read. Bondik and Simple out the top of middle. They're going to catch off Pasha. Taz gets the trade and make it a double. Good play from him. Now they've got something to hold on to. Markelov does get him in return. And now Snacks is going to have to come up big. Bialy's already doing the job. He catches one, and Snacks gets the other. Good crossfire set from VP in the end, and now it's only 2 rounds back, but already again 7 for FS. Flipside on the tee.
Definitely, and then the timing's just played in VP's favor in that round perfectly on top of middle. It was pretty obvious that Flipside had taken over the mid, and they were there just waiting for the right time to do their execution. Virtus.pro read that, retook middle, and yeah, Flipside just got torn apart in top mid, and that means Flipside's going to be on a save here.
So save does give Virtus.pro a bit of an opportunity to secure more rounds. Neo's going to get one up close. Look at Pasha. Lets them go by in the smoke and just turns back and takes down Simple as well. Taz is going to get Markelov. And excellent anti-eco. That's 2 in a row they've been clean.
Yeah. It's always good when you can make and clean. Means, you know, you got to rebuy less stuff and you're going to be stocking up on that cash. And that's always going to be very important on a map like Inferno where there's very narrow choke points. So you want to have all those Molotovs and smokes to work with. And that's going to help your defense quite a bit.
So they'll split it this time. 3 towards alt mid. Bondic gets up on the bridge and alt tries to pick off toward Boiler, but now they've got an opening pick again. Flipside catches Snacks. How do they compensate? Because Taz is going to stay toward A, so again, Neo has to be super efficient. They're putting the trust in him to do the job, and he's going to rely on smoke grenades to buy him the time, but again, Taz is over at A.
Yeah, a bit of a careless play there from Snacks and Neo. There was no smoke down in Banana. Snacks just ran to the car with no coverage whatsoever, and he got picked out for it. Rolled at it, just took him out with the AWP.
Taz now will fade off. He will go join on Neo, and that means A's a little bit weaker, so.
Yeah, it's a calculated risk from VP at this point.
Bialy's under Atrium. Simple is up inside Boiler right now. Choice is his on which direction he wants to go, and it looks like they're going to go to the hallway. Markelov's going to join him inside apartments, or is he? Simple's gone back. He just nades out toward the end of the hall. Make sure no one's up close holding the angle, and now he wants the peek. Pasha's waiting for it. Pasha, oh, he would have had a chance to see it. Instead, he catches off-world edit. Bondic has found Neo. That's over toward B, but Bialy's going to get Simple. And oh my goodness, look at Taz come out. Bondic caught off entirely, but that AK shot from Blade was excellent as well, and it's all down to Taz to come back around. A is wide open. Blade's late to the site. Markelov's going to push on Library. Taz is running by him. He's going to get heard. He doesn't know Markelov's behind him, but Markelov isn't peeking, and he thinks he's going to come up close. This does buy Taz a little bit of space.
Yeah, Blade doesn't seem to be aware at all of Taz's positioning, and Taz is actually taking the longest route possible, going through apps.
But Markelov knows based on the timing and the fact he heard him, so he's already back inside A, and they're both staring in that direction. Taz is going to come out of apartments. Can't even get the first shot. He won't be able to dive like the Dolphin down toward the site, and that means we're going to be on 8-6. Can't do math. 8-6. My apologies. But potentially 9-6.
Yeah.
My math could still come to fruition.
Could be a massive half for Flipside here. 6-8 the scoreline at this point, and Virtus still got the money to buy. They're actually opting for double ops once again. They really want that 7th round going their way, because as we know, it's a lot harder on the T side of Inferno. Not a lot of aggression again. Seems like they're just giving out that banana, just letting Flipside have the control of it. Not really sure if I agree with that. Definitely would take a lot of options out of Flipside's attack if they had more control over it.
So Snacks does flash out
Pasha,
late.
flank, down the middle.
Oh,
whiffs the shot.
How does he get that deep? But whiffing the shot, that's huge. Because that would have been similar to Cobble when he got behind all the Flipside. Instead, this time he gets countered, and now it's a 2-man advantage. Yep. VP are just not getting the opportunities. They're not controlling this offense. They're not funneling them. Pasha thought he finally had a chance to do it, and it goes against them as well. This is not their game right now. They need to find a way back in massively because already Flipside swarming onto A, and they're going to spot Taz. He thought he was cleverly waiting. He thought they would all whack past him, and somehow Simple checks it back. Fortunately, they do find 2 from Neo, but he's going to drop now as well, and it's all up to Snacks 1-on-3. He's got to go for this. It's the last round of the half. No reason to save the gun. But already they'll limit his movement ability with that fire out to cover him off, that Molotov placed, and this op looking in the wrong spot on Truck. Can't see over top of the flames. He's already been peeked. He's already been flashed, and he's going to get dropped as well. World edit with the shot, and okay, maybe I'm a fortune teller. It's 9-6 and 9-6 T-side for Flipside.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of huge T-halves recently on Inferno, but traditionally it's obviously a CT-sided map like I called it out just before, very narrow choke points make it really hard for Tease. But just nice playing from Flipside. They capitalized on their opportunities that they had. They took the early lead. So a bit of a comeback from Virtus in that sense, considering there was a 4-0 scoreline early on from Flipside. But still, a lot of work for Virtus.pro on their T side.
Massive work. Massive work.
Considering, again, like, what are we talking here? They're going to be out unless they grind it out.
They're done. They're out, and Flipside moves forward. I mean, Fnatic's waiting in the upper bracket, nips in. There's one spot left for Bucharest, and I mean, this is tense for these guys. Keep in mind, it's a $110,000 prize pool, plus whatever the subscriptions contribute to that. It's little things for VP. Pasha gets down mid, gets dropped, whiffs on a shot, and they collect them. Taz waits, hopes they're all going to go directly past him and into the site, thinks he can collect more kills than just one and then get traded. Instead, Simple happens to turn back, realizes he's there, and gets the kill. I mean, those are two plays that they go the other way. We're sitting on 8-7 as opposed to 9-6. And it's been little things like that all night long for them. Really, it has. And unfortunately, they didn't give a lot of banana control. Yes, most of the takes were A, but if you can at least limit your offense, it becomes more predictable. You get an early rotator onto that A site.
The pressure's on Virtus.pro at this point to be taking that pistol on T side as well. Let's see if they manage that or not.
Well, pistols haven't been Virtus.pro's forte. Snacks does at least trade Bondic. World Edit, though, did get Pasha right before that. They'll get inside the site. Taz going for this bomb plant. Start the comeback now. They need this round. It's the only way I can see it possibly working out. And Blade and World Edit, excellent headshots from each of them. Now they're going to try and go in, and they've got a two-man advantage on this retake, and they know VP is stuck inside the site. Good damage dealt, though, into Moto. Taz gets the first on World Edit. He'll pursue the second as well, and the Glock gets Simple, make it more. Snacks finds Blade, and it's all working out for VP right now because Markelov's all that's left. First Glock can't collect him. But Taz just has to bait this out. He's got to play the time, and oh, Markelov's on it. He's got the kit. Taz not up close enough. Oh, he is. Oh, my goodness. The experience from Taz almost gives me a heart attack, and VP get it.
To be honest with you, I never thought Virtus were actually coming out on top on that round. They were 2-4, both being on the bomb site. Somehow coming out on top. It just did not seem likely at all. But, yeah, it just worked out for Virtus, and they get that pistol round, all-important pistol round at this point. Making a 7-9 scoreline and forcing... Actually, a force buy from Flipside at this point. Let's see how they work it. They have a few smokes to work with as well, so they're planning to try and spend as much time from the clock as possible on this round with these smokes.
Well, they'll try and get away with a B push right now. Passion's going to be your first in. Simple's caught him, though, because the smoke doesn't give him vision, and there's a great crossfire. Simple does all the damage. Markelov's there to support regardless. World Edit, though, is pulled off A as a result, so now Taz needs to go in. But already one down. They need to avoid this eco. They have to avoid this eco. Smokes both sides of mid. Taz looks for an opening but can't find it. Meanwhile, Simple still over at B and catches Neo as well, so Simple already with the double. This is massive right now for Flipside. They have to commit to this A. They will. A little bit of team damage as Snacks walks in front of that AK, and that might make a difference right now. Bialy drops. It's all Snacks left. 1-on-3. He switches to the pistol because he's out of ammo, and he's down to 12 HP. Flipside look like they might pick this up. Does get the kill on Blade, but they've already collected into him. They're already swarming him. He does get time to reload. That's crucial. And Simple's on 10 HP, so if he walks out, there's a chance for him. Markelov's over to the right, though. He's on the backside of truck, and Snacks needs to be so careful how he picks this angle. He will hold the gap, but he can't get it. He doesn't hit that third bullet, and that means he drops, and this will be a defuse. Flipside, excellent eco, and it starts with Simple.
It does, and those smokes that I called out early on the round played a huge part on this outcome, because when you smoke off those choke points, it's going to be so hard to go through them, and they try to do it, but Simple just didn't let him go through, and yeah, it's a hard blow on Virtus.pro's side now, considering the situation in this match. They're going to be forcing it up. It makes sense at this point. They'll be able to get 5 smokes and have execution happening on one of the sites. So, yeah, all pressure on Virtus.pro at this point after losing that pistol, that second round buy, rather.
No, I mean, that's crazy. That's craziness to give that up.
Yep.
So double digits Flipside already.
It seems like we're going to have Virtus.pro just having some kind of a beast track coming up in a bit.
Well, that was the initial look, but they've fallen off a bit.
Actually, yeah. Scratch that.
Yeah, back to drawing board. Get the white out. and they actually want to commit to A. They're going to come around. Flash does catch both World Edit and Blade on either side of mid. World Edit looks for the comforts of the cubby. Hide out in the closet. Don't tell mom. Blade's going to try and counter peek it from the front side of Library, and World Edit pops out. He uses his teammate as bait. Does get two. Bialy trades him. That's your Galil, and he's going to get more. Gets Blade as well, and now they've got a bit of an opening. They'll have to force Bondic. He's in Graveyard, and unfortunately, that might be where he gets buried as Pasha's trying to get over top of him. He's going to get caught. AK gets the kill. Bomb will go down in the meantime, though. Bialy gets that flashed off immediately after, but he'll be able to hide it out. They still haven't found this counter. Simple's arrived on the scene, and Bondic's still alive in there, so they wipe up all of the remaining Virtus.pro players.
Yeah.
And another defuse going to come out.
Bondic being alive in the Graveyard was fundamentally the one thing that really sealed the deal. Had they been able to get him, they would have been able to position themselves differently for the afterplant, and then it would have been totally that much harder for Flipsid to do the retake. But yeah, Bialy, 3 kills, still not able to contribute that into a round win for Virtus.pro, and it means we're gonna have a save here for Virtus, and just the pressure it's mounting on, it's really building at this point.
They go back to the A pressure early. World Edit already finds Pasha with this M4. Smoke now comes out. That's from the opposing side. Bondic whips that in place, and World Edit actually might try and push through this. He is flashed up. He actually get caught. Snacks gets on the backside of him. He's not aware of it. Neo's now got Blade as well, but Bondic holding still. My goodness, 3 down with the spray of the AK bomb as well, and it's all Snacks that remains, and unfortunately, he's not in a great position. 42 HP, no armor, does at least secure 1 M4, but that's all he's got to work with, and the question is that a worthy investment to hold on to? It's not. Simple's going to get him. And it's 12 for Flipside already. This is
the positive part for Virtus.pro at this point is the fact they've been getting kills on these rounds. So that means that Flipside has had to rebuy a lot of the rounds, and that means they don't have a lot of bank to work with. So Virtus is just really going to need to win a couple of rounds in a row to first Flipside on an eco, and then again maybe get that money control on their own side. So it's not looking as desperate as I could. Still, I mean, obviously when you're 7-12 down, you're on the harder side of the map. It's going to look grim in a way, but still they got this. They have an opportunity here.
Well, opportunity is one thing. Capitalizing on them is another. Missed opportunities are the downfall of everyone in life.
That is true.
Let's get into psychology. Never mind Counter-Strike, because mind games are going to be in the back of Virtus.pro's mind right now. Mind games are going to be in the back of their mind. Great sentence. But they're in their head, that's for sure. Virtus.pro's on the back foot. It's their job to win this game. And again, Bondic's going to go to that Graveyard spot. I personally, I want your opinion on that when we get a chance, because I like that spot, but Flaren thinks that it's very tight to get in and out of. I'll agree with that, but man, you can get some early picks there. Meanwhile, Markelov does take down Neo. Bialy responds, though, and now Virtus.pro's got an opening because Pasha's going to find Simple trying to retreat. He actually walked through CT Connector, got on the backside of construction before the rotations came in from Flipside, and now they've got that bomb down. Smoke off as well. There won't be a retake point. And I think Blade and Bondic have already decided they're out of there. World Edit might stick around for some kills.
That's the thing, especially when you're up like Flipside is right now. It is so easy to get into a vicious cycle of not trying in these 3-on-4 situations. I think they could have just gone for it as well, and maybe get a lucky break and win, and that would have put Virtus.pro in a really hard situation. But now we only have one guy actually lurking. He's gonna go for the exits. Yep, I guess 2 of them, 3 of them. It's World Edit.
World Edit, man, oh man.
Just edit the world of Virtus.pro.
Did he edit or alter their lives? I think he did.
Possibly.
It was a true World Edit.
It may have been.
But nonetheless, VP get the round. And they need all of them. It does leave Flipside in a position to force buy, though. They will grab these from us. AK secured by Bondic, and Blade goes back to that M4.
Is this going to be a huge round in terms of the outcome of this match, considering the money situation on both sides?
Oh,
bit of a force buy.
Hugely so. I mean, Flipside win this, they get themselves onto 14 potentially, but if Virtus win this, they get themselves a bigger chance to get back in. They want to go toward B. Speaking of in, that's the way they want. That's the site they want in too, and it's going to be Markelov to start it off. Simple trades them out. Or pardon me, collects on the crossfire, gets 2 for him, so there's no trade. Taz now finally gets him back, and World Edit's already arrived. He's already rotated around, and VP's trapped. Blade's coming in the backside, and they're going to get slaughtered. There's nowhere for them to go. It would have to be a miracle play from Snacks, and it's not. He's already dropped Taz as well. Only one kill goes their way. Simple holding yet again.
Yep. He's a hard guy to attack, that's for sure. Virtus.pro went for the straight-up play to B, but the defense by Simple and Markelov on B, which is way too strong at this point, and that's gonna put Virtus in a very grim situation. They have 3 people that, or actually 4 people that are not even going to be able to buy full equipment and AK next round, and they're going to be down to 8-14 more than likely after this round. So you gotta say, Flipside is looking poised to put Virtus out of this tournament.
And move forward themselves, and that really throws a curveball into it. Of course, Fnatic is still the one waiting, but they've been shaky online. I actually thought it was VP's chance to get into the tournament over them. Not to be, or at least not yet. They've got a very, very tough job in front of them to do that. Blade wants to make it even harder, and he will. Get Snacks on the way around the corner. World Edit pops out from Cubby. He'll get the second, and Pasha and the 2 of them together collect for 4 before Bondic gets Taz. And it's 14 rounds now for Flipside, and VP desperate. Go right back to 2 Galils. It's going to be 1 for Pasha, 1 for Neo. And a third actually comes out for Bialy. Snacks can't afford much more than a CZ75.
Yeah, and it's going to be a really rough buy. At least they have some more nades to work with, so that's going to help them. I don't know. It seems it doesn't matter which side they're going to. It's always going to be tough, and the rounds that they've been winning have both been pretty rough. So it's not necessarily going to be easy for them whatsoever.
Markelov, aggressive. We didn't see much aggression in Banana from VP. We do from Flipside. Markelov's already going to get 1. That's Pasha dropping. And Bialy going so low, caught inside some flames, then an nade goes out to finish him off. Absolutely tagged down, and World Edit's going to get Snacks as well. It's all falling apart. We could be on match point any second now. Minute left in the round, but it could be a lot quicker than that with only Neo and Taz remaining, and Taz already erased, Simple finding Neo.
That was a chaotic round, really. It was
no money either.
Yep. From the point on where that pick happened on Banana, it just seemed like it was over for Virtus.pro. Flipside just took it to Virtus there and played really aggressively, and yeah. Just Flipside just playing excellent Counter-Strike. We can't take anything away from them. They were playing very well. They had a very nice T-side, and they're just locking it down here on CT, and Virtus is in deep trouble at this point, in desperation mode, to be honest with you.
Nade gonna go out. Oh, bounced it perfectly. They know Simple's in this corner. So that takes him down to 49. Snacks wants to get this aggressive shot onto Apartments, or does he? Falls off it. Not quite sure where to go because the smoke's still holding him off that angle from Boiler, and he spots him. They spot each other, and they both go back. Bondic's not going to re-peek it. He falls to the balcony. And Snacks goes back inside the comforts of the bedroom because this is a bad dream he can't wake up from. So go back to sleep, Snacks. We'll get you in after this is over. We're on match point. Bondic now actually falls even further back to his home in the graveyard. He's going to play the role of the Grim Reaper. Add death to everyone on VP if they try and walk in. Only these pistols to go, and Snacks actually will fall all the way back. They're going to go toward Banana.
Nothing's really been happening so far. We are 40 seconds left in this round, and 5-on-5 still. Virtus is just waiting for the right opportunity to go into B, and here it comes.
Here it comes indeed. They're in. They've actually got some smokes to work with. If they wanted, they could wrap towards CT and potentially get on the backside of construction. Simple knows it, so he's already looking toward Bialy. Catches him. That was their best bet. That was their best chance. Bomb does go down inside the smoke, and actually Taz finds them. 2 pistol kills. Simple, Markelov, both caught off right there. So Taz has found an opening, and they get this back to 3-on-3. There's no smokes left to work with. Only 2 flashes from Taz. He's toward construction. World Edit coming in directly in front of him. As is Bondic, he catches them. They line up. Oh my goodness, Taz. Hero round from him keeps the game alive. My goodness. And Flipside, although still have money, gets stopped in their tracks right there.
Yeah. Virtus.pro just catching up on that lifeline they still have, and Taz having a huge round, and also I gotta mention Neo getting that pick in Banana. Had he not got that on that rotation, it would have been a lot harder for Virtus, but just a great execution to be with, hardly anything to work with.
Simple gets the opening pick this time, and they're going to go back to this double up, already paying off. World Edit gets Taz as well. They've both contributed it again. It's down to a 5-on-3. Virtus.pro did it in the last round. They've got to do it again, and this time they don't have a setup required over at B. They've got nothing to work with.
Yeah, Simple doing a push here between Apps and Snacks. Actually went past him.
This is interesting because it's double up on A. Simple's left off. It's Blade that's covering it.
Snacks just read that perfectly, and he's going to get free kill.
On Bondic. Bomb's still down alt mid, though. I think Simple spotted it. He has. He knows it's there, so he'll just wait outside apartment. Snacks needs to read back and fall onto this. World Edit's in Cubby top mid. Neo's going to come back to join them. They've lost Pasha in the process. And Snacks does find Simple, so good read there. Now they've got the bomb to work with, and it's only one man the difference. They split the defense. There's a chance for them to work onto A. Blades come back around. World Edit backside of the site. Markelov waiting for the call, but Blade spams through, catches out Snacks. Neo does trade it back, so there's still a chance for him to get on the site, but he's got to do so quickly. He's got the boxes to cover him. He baits out this plant, but Blade's not going to repeak. There's no way he's going to fall into the clutches and make this down to a one-on-one. Not against Neo. But he's got this bomb to work with, and if he uses it right, it's an extra man. It's a magnet. They have to go to it. And they will. They're going to come from the same area. They want to try and trade it off. Neo gets the first. They almost line up, but Blade gets the kill, and that's going to do it. Flipside's going to get this game, and it's all over. The series goes to Flipside in 3, and Virtus.pro are out. Flipside move on to play the winner of our next best of 3, Na'Vi or Penta.
Wow. We didn't expect that, did we? But Flipside just phenomenal plays. Just very nice play, especially there in Inferno. First and second map both went down to the wire. We had 16-14 and we had an overtime. But then that was all Flipside, to be honest with you. Like, Virtus.pro were never in it, really.
And their T-side Inferno has been their saving grace, much like it has been on Mirage. We saw VP actually took Mirage out, one of their better maps. They counterbanned it against Flipside, thinking they would have the upper hand by leaving Inferno in. Turns out that wasn't the case. Yep. And they almost lost out on Nuke as well, as we saw. That was only due to some heroics from Pasha late in the game to keep VP in it. So all night long, Flipside definitely were the better team. And our MVP for that game, World Edit.
Yep. He definitely contributed a lot of it. And just being the secondary opper for Flipside and making it happen. A lot of crucial kills and just the situations where an attack would have been made, he just stopped it before it actually even got to happen.
Well, that's a remarkable performance from Flipside. Hopefully these can become consistencies, as they did finish 4th in Copenhagen Games this weekend, and now they've still got a chance to qualify for DreamHack Bucharest. We'll take a short break, and we will be back. Na'Vi Penta up next. Don't go anywhere. Does catch Taz, though. That opens it up. Pasha goes back, though. Does catch one with the pistol. Simple's going to respond. Make it 2 down for him as he catches out on Bialy. But Neo's going to be the one they're holding. Pasha's falling back to support him, but they've already found him. They've already got Bialy on the A side as well. That's one less rotator on the retake, so Pasha's got to be massive. And he comes through the smoke to try and get the planter. Simple catches him. Situation to how they took A before, because Bialy found 2 in that round as well. This time it's Taz, though. There's your difference, and he'll hold from balcony. Bomb drop. World Edit follows up. Bondic and Simple out the top and middle. They're going to catch off Pasha. Taz gets the trade and make it a double. Good play from him. Now they've got something to hold on to. Markelov does get him in return. And now Snacks is going to have to come up big. Bialy's already doing the job. He catches one, and Snacks gets the other. Gets up on the bridge and Alt tries to pick off toward Boiler, but now they've got an opening pick again. Side to side. Good damage dealt, though, into Moto. Taz gets the first on World Edit. He'll pursue the second as well. And the Glock gets Simple. Make it more. Snacks finds Blade. And it's all working out for VP right now because Markelov's all that's left. First Glock. Can't collect him. But Taz just has to bait this out. He's got to play the time. And, oh, Markelov's on it. He's got the kit. Taz not up close enough. Oh, he is. Right out in the closet. Don't tell mom. Blade's going to try and counter peek it from the front side of Library, and World Edit pops out. He uses his teammate as bait. Does get 2. Bialy trades him. That's your Galil, and he's going to get more. Gets Blade as well, and he actually get caught. Snacks gets on the backside of him. He's not aware of it. Neo's now got Blade as well, but Bondic holding still. My goodness, 3 down with the spray of the AK bomb as well. Speaking of in, that's the way they want. That's the site they want in too, and it's going to be Markelov to start it off. Simple trades him out. Or pardon me, collects on the crossfire, gets 2 for him, so there's no trade. Taz now finally gets him back, and World Edit's already arrived. He's already rotated around.